fundamental isn't like a basic. It isn't kind of fixed and it isn't rigid. It isn't something which you say, this is a fundamental role in training. It's just something which really underlies most of the skills. Because you've got a hip heist, but you don't do the hip heist in the reality as you do it in training. Because you just take an extract, but you adapt that to your fighting, to your position. It's the same with a stance. Everybody, if I sit down, take a fighting stance, you can't do it. And it becomes like something in here, rather than who the fuck's out there. do you make sense? It's rather like you've taken a stance on which somebody's told you to do, or you've got accustomed to doing without actually sometimes knowing why you're doing it. I don't know if that's making any sense. You know, you need to be able to what? Strike, you need to be able to what? Kick, you need to be able to score. And you need to be able to do all those things at what? The same what? Same time. You can't say, I'm going to stand, now if you're going to sprawl now or you want to go forward, you're going to indicate that or you're going to take time when you do that. So one way when you look at a stance is to think in terms of what am I able to do with it immediately without switching to what? Another stance. So, this is something I kind of, not discovered, but something which, through analysis and experience, I've come, makes sense. Not looking at boxers, looking at 1.5 fighters, trying to find a balance between MMA and trying to find a balance between wrestlers and strikers. Come up with something that allows you to do what? Both effectively at the same time. If you stand with your shoulder to hip, you take a stance. And most of you online, shoulder to hip. You sit on the back leg, and if you look at yourself now, you're upright. Does that make sense? So that means any forward movement has now got, if you're taking the upper body as your weight, you know, so put the weight behind a punch, or your hips behind a what? Kick. Your hips are actually up. Does it make sense? And your shoulders, your body is actually away from the guard. In other words, if this is the drive, where do you want to line up to drive from? You want to drive up, you want to drive so that the drive is going through what? The torso to the guy. Is it true? I want to have a feeling that I'm driving, it's not what? Acting, I'm not what? Backing off it. I can't put the weight in while I'm doing it. The weight's what? Got to be right up as I'm what? Going in, either off a left hand or what? A right. So that, if we look at that drive leg is going to be what? Set. So we can what? Immediately what? Callus forward. No hesitation, no deliberate, no development, just bang. He comes in, bang. I ain't got time to go. And if I sit on the back leg, everybody sit on the back leg. He comes in, what do? My natural inclination is to what? Fall back. I want to what? You have to go back and either hip sprawl standing or hip sprawl going to the ground. Now if my hips are up, my hips are now going to go back to what? To sprawl, which takes what? Takes time, and the tendency is you don't get the sprawl off quick enough to do it. You get caught, you catch a leg or you do something. So rather than having a hip to shoulder, go for a hip to knee. So you're already, if you like, you know what? You're not in a semi-crouch like a freestyle wrestler, because a freestyle wrestler, what? Isn't going to get kicked in the head. Does it make sense? And you're not upright like a Muay Thai guy who wants to kick you in the head because he has no fear of what? Being what? And that. So you've got to somehow find this balance between, I want to kick him maybe in the head, I want to kick him in the leg, but equally I want to maybe be able to take him down or to deal with somebody who's coming against me. If I'm thinking I'm striking and I'm forgetting about sprawling, then I've fallen into a big trap. I haven't taken care of it. So the shoulder, if you like, it's not like, it's that feeling that your shoulder is aligned to the hip. Everybody go back, now your head's come away from you. So at any moment he's going to what? He's going to drive you back. way you can what? Meet him or what? Go back. So it frees up the stance. However, now watch, when you're standing there again, a lot of people stand with the idea, come out of the martial art in general, or it's just an adaptation to take them out through the gyms. You know, it's when guys used to fight with swords, they'd be on the line. You understand? Yeah. They'd be fighting on the line because they're fighting with a fucking sword. And they want to make the target what? Reduce. And they really want to keep the blade, if you like, ahead of what? The drive. Make sense? Yeah. So what you get now, when that transfers over to what? Fisticuffs, what do you get? Sword. Now when it goes over to the States, you get what? Two-handed what? Fights. So what you got to find out is, why am I doing this? Not how should I, somebody tells me to do it. Why am I doing it? You're not. If you are like this, there's more chance of you getting kicked in the groin than if you're like that. Does this make sense? Yeah. There's more chance of you defending yourself better this way than this way. Because if you've got your body this way, you can more or less, you're square with you kind of, this leg is the leg which he wants if he wants to take it down. It's the leg he wants if he wants to what? Kick me. So if I'm being kicked in this leg and I'm here, he kicks me in the leg. I find it hard to catch this leg. I can catch it, but if I'm here, this leg comes in, it makes it very easy to catch this leg and move in. Because I'm already lined up to do that. I can't reach down. He kicks. You see it? I'm doing this. Whereas if I'm here and that kick comes in, I've already got it. I know if I'm here and he comes in, I'm already on it. If he comes in from there, I've now got to go forward to do that. So any forward movement on a kick, the kicks, I'm too late with my counter. Here he comes in, crack, crack. Here he comes in, pop. I'm already what? I'm already in a pounce what? Position. So I'm not fighting defensively, posturally. I'm fighting what? Offensively, whatever fucking kicks off. Whether he starts it or I start it, I want to be on my marks, get ready, set, what? Go. And